and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Davis.
Here.
Parker, absent. Schneider.
Here.
Stoops.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Lukasar.
Here.
Lucas W.
Do I have a motion to
Motion to excuse Parker.
Support.
Parker, absent. Schneider.
No.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
No.
Davis.
Yes.
I got Schneider and Lucas W. No. Stoops, Wilson, Lukasar, and Davis. Yes.
I will be reviewing his answers tomorrow. He has a schedule in there, and I'll bring that back to council. See what comments from city administration. Don?
We have senior night tomorrow night. It's going to be the second Wednesday of every month. I've got a casino trip planned for May 27th. I'm waiting for confirmation on Tiger's trip for May 24th. I'm getting bands lined up for the summer down at the Bell River Park. And the Easter egg hunt went well. We put out 2,300 eggs, and we had between, I think, 80 and 100 kids there, I believe. Did you say that many, Eric, about that?
Yeah, I think so.
About that. And I'd like to thank the Lions for donating the candy, the fire department for bringing the Easter Bunny to us on the fire truck, the Donut Girls for donating some donuts, Nina's Narda Queen for some ice cream they donated, my wife for stuffing all 2,300 eggs, and city administration, Donna and Jennifer, for getting it out to the schools and stuff like that. And also the last minute, the scouts had donated some more eggs to us, so we have more for next year. So I'd like to thank them too. And that's all I have for tonight.
Well, thank you for your efforts.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, a motion to adopt or amend the agenda. No amendments. Need a motion to adopt as presented.
I'll make that motion to adopt as presented.
Support?
Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker, absent.
Okay, approval of the regular meeting minutes of March the 17th and the executive minutes of March the 17th, 2015. Or changes, I make a motion, have a motion for that, please.
I'll make a motion, we accept the two minutes from both meetings as they are presented.
Support.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker, absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Okay, the February disbursement report of $160,664.50 and the electronic transfer wire transfers of $11,753.28. If there's no changes in that, I'll do a motion to approve those, please.
Make a motion to approve the wire transfers and disbursements report. Support.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker, absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion to put the communications on file.
So moved.
Support.
Lukasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker, absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. First communication is the white cane sale by the Memphis Lions Club. Memphis Lions Club, there is requesting approval to have their annual white cane sale at the corner of Main Street and Portland Road on the following dates: April the 24th from 8 to 4, and Saturday, I'm sorry, April 25th from 8 to 4. That should be 8 till noon, 4 p.m. Need a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Support?
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lucasar.
Yes.
Second communications is from the Reverend James Huff. I am writing to request permission to hold a National Day of Prayer event in our community. The event will be held on May 7, 2015 at noon at Millennium Park. We would be inviting members of the clergy and the community to join with us in praying for our city, county, state, and federal leaders. I think we've done this in the past, so I need a motion to approve that, please.
I'll make a motion we approve this request from Pastor Huff.
Support?
Davis.
Yes.
Parker absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lucasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Okay, the next is the budget meeting dates. I think, Donna, you're starting to work on that now. We don't have everything in yet. We normally have these in May. And we have had them later than that, but last few years we tried to have those in May. And I think we should either go to the second week in May or the no later than the third week in May. The second week, we can't have it on the 13th because that's the planning commission. So, and we normally we normally take 3 days, though, we normally schedule 3 days. I think in the last few years, we've done it in 2 days, but, so, we could either schedule 14th and 15th, or we could schedule maybe the 20th and the 21st and the 22nd if we need it, so. And I look at your schedules and see what most of us could attend in those days. And if not, I guess we could go the 20th and 21st. I'm not available, probably won't be available the last week, but would be available then. Any objections to that or any
I
comments?
think it sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Well, then why don't we schedule
Schedule
then?
the 3 days and then hopefully we don't need the last.
Yeah, we'll schedule the 20th, 21st, 22nd. And could we start at 6 o'clock or is that too early?
It's good for me.
Is that any problem with anybody on that?
Not listening, work
That's
change.
fine.
Pardon?
Not unless work change.
Yeah, okay. All right, then why don't we schedule those 3 days and we'll schedule it at 6 o'clock. So I need a motion for that, please.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Parker absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Lucasar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
And I'll just make a little comment on that. I think I made a budget comparison on a spreadsheet there. You kind of look at that, but I estimated what it'd be for the fiscal year 2015-16. The revenue sharing will be at 113. I think that's, Donna checked that, I think that's okay. Talked to Jamie, our assessor. He thinks it'll be a little bit lower than last year, so I estimated that 320. What basically puts it the same total as the last couple of years at 433,000. And this budget is just general fund. It don't include streets and water and sewer because those are separate, and those are water and sewer is self-contained with the money we get from the residents of water and sewer. So this here is what we basically finance the city on, is through the general fund, and these are the two main things we have. So when you look at that, and we had to take the balance of budget for the last 4 or 5 years. I put the figures in there too, because we haven't been able to balance with expenses to revenue, and we've had to take money out of the general fund. And the current fiscal year is 21,000. And Blue Cross Blue Shield, I believe, will go up probably another, at least 5%, if not a little bit more. So everything being equal, we won't balance it this year, so I hope everyone, administrator has a sharp pen, and hopefully they can keep it within our current budget. There will be a few things probably won't be able to do that, but we'll have to really use a sharp pencil on that, so.
Speaking of budget, what we didn't do last year, and we said we were gonna do this year, is if we're gonna talk about raises, we were gonna talk about it before we sat down to do the budget.
I think Donna and I and you, if you like, we'll kind of review that ahead of time. We'll get that. I think we've done that in the past. We'll just review it and come up with something on that. Okay. The next is the water and sewer invoice from Tri-County. I think
That was our emergency on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We had a couple sewer clogs actually on Maplewood.
Yeah, okay.
And
That's
that's what that's for. It is a budgeted item.
So is that the middle of the block? We've had problems there before, right?
Yeah.
Is
There
there,
really, there was 2 locations and we just checked it the week before. Everything was flowing fine, so.
Yeah.
That doesn't have anything to do with the new construction.
No.
Well, that's the emergency of the jet truck.
It happened to be on a Sunday or it would have been at a lesser rate.
Yeah, $900, so you had to pay a little bit more than the dollar rate on that, so. Can I have approval for the payment of that invoice?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Schneider?
Yes.
Stoops?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Lukasar?
Yes.
Lukastovich? Davis?
Yes.
Parker absent.
And the next invoice is from Barrett, and,
That's coal patch.
yeah, okay.
And that's also was a budgeted item.
Yeah. And that's in the amount of $2,311.50,
And that gets split between major and local.
major and local streets, yeah. Have a motion to approve that payment, please?
Make a motion. Support.
Stoops?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Lukasar?
Yes.
Lukastovich?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Parker absent. Schneider?
Yes.
And the next one is the refuse collection bids. Bart and I opened the bids, and I think we had representatives, I think some are here tonight, it looks like, yeah. And we had 4 bids on that, and Terra, St. Clair Disposal, Waste Management, and Jeff Rubbish. And the lowest bid was Terra, and the second was St. Clair Disposal, and the third was Waste Management, and fourth was Jeff Rubbish. Since I've been on council, which is many years, it's always been, we've always had Waste Management, and I think they've did a fairly good job for us over the years. Bart and I reviewed these bids, I believe it was on I forget what date it was now, but I guess it don't matter, it was a couple of days later, I think we sat down and reviewed them. And if you look at the figures there, I compared the lowest bid with our current vendor, Waste Management. And the difference there is, I'll just put it on the quarter, is $294 in the first year, $3 in the second year, $306 in the third year, fourth year was $348, the fifth year was $354. So Terra is between 8.6% and 9.5% cheaper. And the other issue, of course, is the dumpster. Currently, we pay about I believe it's $139 a month. And Terra, we can get that for nothing. And so the savings there, and I kind of screwed that up a little bit, the writing there, but I think it was about $1,668, I believe it was. So that's another savings. The other thing we did quote, or ask for a quote on, was the site recycling. And the bids on that were much, let's see, with, I think it was with Waste Management was much higher, and Terra was the cheapest, I believe, on that as well. But I wrote an addendum to the original cover letter, and we feel that we shouldn't probably put that burden onto the residents at this time. We did pass a 2 mil increase for roads, so that's, they've got to pay that now. And we do have some customers that have a hard time paying the water bill.
Wouldn't they be able to opt out of recycling?
Pardon?
And wouldn't they be able to opt out of the recycling and not have that on their bill?
I think, no, we did discuss that, and I think Bart did question on that, but the problem, I think, is is the cost structure. And if you say that we got 389, I think, residents,
Yeah.
correct? And if you got 89, just an example, you got 89 to take it, I think the cost would increase significantly, because
Okay.
because you're not, if you had everybody on board,
Okay.
yeah, and then, so if you just had a few that wanted to take it, 20, 30, 40, or whatever, I think the cost would be kind of prohibited on that. Certainly, the individual could call the vendor, and if they wanted to recycle, they might work out something with them, but I don't know. I just think adding that cost on there is just, we shouldn't do it at this time. That's my recommendation. I think council could do, except the council as a whole. But so, based on what we did, it's our recommendation that we give the contract to Terra. And it's for a 5-year contract.
It's the right-hand column.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a whole other 11 on top of the 10, 35 for recycle.
It's more than double, yeah.
Yeah. So any discussions on that? And if there's not, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the contract in Terra.
I'll make the motion.
Is there support?
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
LukasW,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
And Waste Management, I think they did an excellent job for us over the years, and it's, but cost from a cost structure, I think that we made the right decision, so, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, the next one on here is the police department, the invoice from Macomb County Community College. Let's see, I got that one here. That is, well, Frank, do you know what this is about then?
I believe this is in the training budget.
Okay.
So it's in the budget.
Okay, this is for $320, so.
Right.
Have a motion.
I'll make a motion we allow them to pay that invoice.
I'll second.
What's that for?
Training.
Lukasar,
Yes.
LukasW,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. Okay, the next one is the for the Macomb County Sheriff's annual spring cleanup. We've had this for the last few years, and I did discuss this with Bart, and I think you're okay with us doing it again this year, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if, I guess you, what do? Contact them and set up a date? Is that how you work it out? And then we have something for them to do around the city or, yeah, okay.
Yep.
So is council okay with that? Or if they are, I'd like a motion to approve, for Bart to follow up on this.
It's no cost, right?
No cost. They've been doing it the last.
They've been doing it the last few years, and I'll make a motion, we allow the sheriff's department to bring their people in to help Bart out with the cleanup.
Support.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Go away to buy him lunch.
I could
Yeah,
use
you
3
could
of
do.
them
You
myself.
don't want to. Davis,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lucas R.
Yes.
And the next one is the administrative memo number 8, and this is some budget amendments. This is, again, as we've done in the past, kind of cleans up things as we go along. So, and on the fire department, a couple on the police department, salaries, and inspections. Inspections is higher than we budgeted, but the money coming in offsets the money going out, so it's basically a wash on that. So I'll entertain a motion on administrative memo number 8 for budget amendments.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lucas R.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes. You need this.
Okay, the next is the fire department utility vehicle. This is, Justin, are you gonna handle this or?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Okay.
The fire department would like to purchase a UTV, it's an off-road vehicle, on-road vehicle as well. It will be roadworthy, DOT inspected and that, so we will be able to drive it on the roadway as well. Also off-road. Currently, right now, our grass truck needs some repairs as far as the skid unit goes itself. We were awarded a DNR grant to purchase a skid unit, whether it was replace the one in the current grass truck or purchase a new one. The fire department decided, weighing out its options, that this vehicle would best suit us a little bit better. We'd have a little bit more use out of this vehicle than just the grass truck itself. The current grass truck basically can go on grass fires and that's it. And we really don't get that many grass fires anymore. This past fall, we had a hunter go down in the woods, fell out of a tree stand. Luckily enough, the neighbor had a four-wheeler we were able to use to get him out of the woods. Otherwise, it would have been a long carry, basically, for the guys. We had another instance where a train had hit a pickup truck and pushed that pickup truck. By the time the train was able to stop between two roadways, then again, we had to carry that patient, a half mile to the next intersection to get him to the nearest ambulance. So this vehicle, we would be able to do off-road rescues as well as fight wildland fires. So get a little bit more use out of one vehicle.
And you'll even let Bart use it?
DPW, yep, if need be, we could it'll have a winch on it, so very easily could we put a plow on it if needed in the wintertime to put a plow on it, or police department if they need it in the trails to, do a search or something like that, it's available.
So I think it'd be great for parades and being around big crowds and the
Right.
festivals and stuff.
Do you have room to put it over?
In the back here, yep.
Okay.
We may have to in the next couple months possibly buy a trailer because fire departments around us do call us for mutual aid on grass fires. So we may need to be able to tow that vehicle
Put it on the
to.
back of the grass truck?
I'm sorry.
Tow it on the back of the
Yeah,
grass truck?
yep, or the utility truck.
Or your utility truck?
So like I said, maybe in another month or two we may need to purchase a trailer for it, but. Right now.
Now, your one grant, the 3250 is already, that's in the work, that's okay. right?
As soon as we purchase the equipment, the DNR cuts us a check for that $32.50.
And then one on the 5500, we have.
We won't know until June whether or not, it sounds good from USDA. She says that she can't give a definite answer until June as to if we'll get that funds or not. So,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah, there's a couple of grants out there that we're putting towards this as well.
the
That's
one,
one third of the cost would be covered then.
Yeah, yep.
well, one would lower it to, you're definitely gonna lower it now to 21,859. If you do get the other one, it'll lower it to 16,259,
Right.
so.
Well, it's a lot cheaper than a four-wheel drive pickup truck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot more versatility.
Yeah, and the fire department committee also reviewed this, I understand too, so. Any more discussion on this? And if not, then I'll entertain a motion to approve the purchase that. It'll come out of equipment and replacement.
Correct.
That's all right.
Which is actually ahead of the schedule when we started the replacement fund about 8 years ago, or 9 years ago, whatever it was, right?
Is it gonna look like that one they got down there now? You got it on display out in front?
They've got several.
It looks like the spider.
Oh yeah, no.
That's like what you have at the Blues Festival, right?
Yeah, we get them every year during Memphis Days. Ball Equipment donates them to us to be able to get around to the festival days. It's that same type of vehicle. There's a picture of it in here that I
Back
included.
page,
I wonder if they'll still donate one, can we have two?
Well, we won't need to be able to ask for one if we have our own
yes,
now. So,
okay.
I mean,
I thought the police, didn't the police ask for one a long time or not?
yeah, they've also loaned them to them as well. But yeah, there's a picture of it in there.
I didn't get a picture. I
No,
have a picture at
we
home.
don't have one.
If you go to the back page, there's a
Here, no,
small.
I got.
That's a different brand, but it's probably similar.
Yeah, that's actually a different vehicle, but it's gonna be set up very similar.
Yes.
I'm good. I thought I had included that
Yeah.
on this.
Oh, wow.
That's the tank on the back and the
Yeah,
litter.
it has 85 gallons of water, and it also has a spot to put a backboard on it to be able to remove people out.
Looks like it's,
Wouldn't that be nice
Very
for our trails to have that, you know, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
but-
Okay, if there's no further discussion, I'll enter a motion to approve the purchase of them.
I can make a motion to approve the purchase of the, Justin, is the Polaris Ranger the one that,
Correct, yep.
okay, motion to purchase the Polaris Ranger?
I'll support it.
Parker, Amson, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yes.
Davis.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, for the mayor, I have nothing tonight. And Robbie?
No, I don't have anything, thanks.
And Eric, I think you have something on the Inside Out DIA, pictures
Well,
around town?
I was just gonna mention the fact that the DA was out here yesterday and installed the works of art that we have. There's 9 of them around town. There will be maps at the car wash. One has a little box to put the maps in. And there's also maps at the library, and I think maybe the one at the Arctic Clean might have a map on it also, a map on it.
Box on it too.
Yeah. So go check it out. There's some stuff coming up, some events planned around it. And I think it's really cool. Actually, the one on City Hall here, I think is my favorite one, so it's.
Yeah, there's,
pretty
you
neat.
wanna put the places where they've got them and around town?
Sure.
That's right there.
There's at the library, at the Millennium Park, the car wash, the winery at the corner, the Lions Club, Doc Sargent's house, which is now Henry's, and at Arctic Clean.
And, yeah, okay. And there's one back in the garden behind the library.
Yeah, there's actually 2 at the library and
Yeah.
1 in the Millennium Park.
Right, and the one back behind is not on this list, but.
Oh, it's not on it?
No, it's not on.
I didn't realize that.
No, we got 9 around through town, and they're very nice, really nice, and I think you go around and look at them,
They look good.
so I think,
And the other thing that I have is the Memphis Lions Club is hosting an autism awareness presentation by 3 different groups, one from Lapeer County, one from the Macomb, St. Clair County Autism Association of America, and the ARC of St. Clair County on Tuesday the 14th, a week from tonight, at 7 p.m. over at the Lions Club Hall. It's free, open to the public. It's information, and autism is a lot of questions about autism, so hopefully we'll be able to answer some of people's questions about that tomorrow night. Or Tuesday night. That's all I have.
What time is that?
7.
Frank?
I just want to thank Judy Weaver for her efforts in bringing the DIA Inside Out program to Memphis. It's a great thing for our city, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that.
Yeah, I think, and Eric and Sue had a lot to do with it too. I think you attended a
Yeah,
few
Very
meetings.
small.
yeah.
We were very small.
Right.
There's one, Paul Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was going to mention the autism, but Eric's got that covered. But there is going to be one other person there, also Esmeralda Peters is going to be there talking about the effects of autism in the classroom. So it's going to be a good program on the 14th. So come on out and get some information on that.
Nothing? Good. Bill?
Yeah, I have, I'm gonna do something about these Jake breaks coming down Main Street. I'm getting tired of hearing these. The traffic is getting heavy. And I mean, it's getting heavy. The other day, three trucks come through, and they were all milk carriers. The real shiny,
Yeah.
shiny,
Well, I know
trucks.
you've complained about that before, and,
Nobody's doing nothing about it.
yeah, so,
I'll have a talk with them about it.
okay.
I believe that either the state police or the sheriffs are the ones that have to enforce that.
Right, I don't think we have the power to do that.
capabilities to
I,
do
that's what I,
CDL work.
yeah.
I thought we have signs. I don't
Yeah, I
We
thought
have
we had
signs.
somebody went to school for that.
Yeah, the problem is none of the police officers are trained in CDL enforcement.
I thought the chief was. No?
About the chief,
Thought he was too. I thought he was.
Well, what, Frank, you should check into it. And,
I'll check it out.
Well, we've got signs in each end of
The
town.
last time we brought it up, he wasn't authorized to do anything
No,
like that.
no, he wasn't, and I don't know if he is now or not.
Trained or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll find
I
out.
mean, he's in the city and he still can't, it's in the city and he can't do it.
Well, unless he's trained, Bill,
State
and he may be now, I'm not sure.
I don't know, I'll find out.
Frank will check on it.
Okay,
Okay, anything else?
that's it for me, thanks.
Then I'll have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.